bakit AI yung ginagamit.
Correct.
Anong problema ni Senator Erwin Tulfo dito?
Wala,
Is he
paipal.
grandstanding
Overacting.
again
Ah,
to show that
grandstanding.
Magkikwento lang sila, i-affidavit.
Pakulo ni Matibag lang na.
Matibag, Melvin, NBI director.
Ni Matibag.
Pakulo lang niya yung honey trap.
Magandang hapon po sa ating lahat at sa vlog na ito po ay pag-usapan natin itong si yung head ng legal, hindi naman head, no? Siya yung spokesperson ng defense team ni VP Sara, itong si Attorney Michael Powa, kung saan depensa ni VP Sara pinalagan yung AI generated photos ng ginamit ng prosecution. Kung maalala po ninyo, gumamit po ng AI itong si Attorney Ligutan sa pag-cross-examine niya dito sa witness na si Gina Acosta. Okay? Pumalag po itong si Attorney Michael Powa. Mamaya, pakinggan po natin ang kanyang press media interview. Okay? Pangalawa, itong si Attorney Raymond Bato, no? Binatikos si Senator Erwin Tulfo. Pinatikos ang kanyang kabaduyan at kanyang kapalpakan. Oh, yan ang totoo. Binati ko siya kasi po, itong style kasi ni Erwin Tulfo, galit-galitan sa impeachment court dyan, sablay naman lahat ang kanyang ginagawa. Mamaya ha, pakinggan natin gaano kapalpak itong si Senator Erwin Tulfo sa mga banat ni Attorney Raymond Bato. Mamaya. At last but not the least ay atin pong papanoorin, nagsalita na po itong si dating Congressman Jing Paras patungkol po sa pinakalat na issue ni Matibag patungkol po dito sa frame up na ito na involved po dito si Ralph Recto. Okay? Sa mga hindi pa nakasubscribe, subscribe na po kayo dito. Tawag dito, patungkol po dito sa itong si Attorney Michael Powa, sablay naman talaga yung ginawa ni Attorney Ligutan sa mga prosecutors na AI generated yung kini-cross-examine niya. Sobrang palpak sila. Ang dami ng kapalpakan. Ito po, panoorin natin si Attorney Michael Powa.
Opo, of course we had to object to that because we had to ask at least for the proper basis kung bakit AI yung ginagamit. But nag-note naman po ng ating presiding officer, kagalang-galang na presiding officer yung aming objections. At kumbaga, pinagpatuloy pa rin naman yung pagtatanong. Sa atin, okay lang yun. We just had to really register our objection. Kasi syempre, alam naman natin yung AI sometimes does not really depict yung totoong itsura ng mga bagay-bagay.
Diba? Nagpapalabas sila ng AI.
Isang maulan na hapon.
Pera. Paninira ni VP Sara?
Okay.
Ano po tayo sa general observation o reaction po sa naging cross po ni Attorney Pakel?
Wala pa namang cross, no? So he was just there to object when necessary dun sa nagiging direct examination. I think the day, I think we can all agree, medyo smooth naman yung naganap na direct examination so far. We'll just have to wait kung tomorrow how long it will be, kung mabibigyan kami ng opportunity magkaroon ng cross-examination tomorrow, or kung hindi naman, ay meron pa naman tayong Wednesday.
Attorney, before the starting trial, nakita ko na nagyakapan si Attorney Ferrer and si Attorney Capunan.
Professional lang sila. Kaya nagyakapan.
Iba yung nasa formal trial kaysa yung bagong trial.
Oo, kasi hindi naman talaga naiiwasan na not just in the impeachment proceedings but even in regular court proceedings na nagkakaroon minsan ng syempre arguments because we're advocating for the client and the prosecution is also advocating for their side. So, hindi naman po talagang naiiwasan na minsan nagkakaroon ng tension o actually, I wouldn't even say tension. I would just say nagkakaroon ng disagreements pagdating sa trial proper. Pero paglabas naman po natin sa courtroom, very cordial naman po kami.
Nag-guilty si Kapunan
talagang
yumakap
trabaho lang yung ginagawa namin.
Attorney, doon naman po reaction lang sa paggamit po ng prosecution ng mga AI generated examinations po ng money. Ano po ang thoughts doon?
Opo, of course we had to object to that because we had to ask at least for the proper basis kung bakit AI yung ginagamit. But nag-note naman po ng ating presiding officer, kagalang-galang na presiding officer yung aming objections. At
para siraan si VP Sara?
Kumbaga, pinagpatuloy pa rin naman yung pagtatanong. Sa atin, okay lang yun. We just had to really register our objection. Kasi syempre, alam naman natin yung AI sometimes does not really depict yung totoong itsura ng mga bagay-bagay.
Tama.
Pero ano masasabi po ba dapat sa yung paggamit nila ng ganun?
Well, I would like to at least try to understand the side of the prosecution. Kasi syempre, siguro they just wanted to show some graphics to give a picture kung ano ba yung punto na gusto nilang
Pero sablay.
pasok doon sa kanilang pagtatanong. So perhaps
Masira
that's
si
the
BP
reason
Sara
why
niyan
they
eh.
used
Kaya
yung ganung
tama lang yung
AI.
pag-object.
But again, all we had to do was object to that. No?
Correct.
All we could do was object to that kasi nga baka hindi accurate. No? And usually,
Hindi talaga accurate. Ang laki-laki ng pera doon.
But nakikita naman natin yung punto ng prosecution.
May 1,000
Kaya
bill ba na
ginawa
malaki?
yun. They wanted to give everyone, maybe not just people in court, but even the public, kung ano yung puntong gusto nilang marating.
Di ba maganda sa mga tao, sir, kung AI yung gagamitin na sabi ni attorney kanina, props daw.
Kasi hindi natin ma-determine yung accuracy kung ganun ba talaga ang itsura ng 125 million.
Oh,
And to
sa
be honest,
picture nga, ang
personally,
laki
I
nga
have
eh.
not seen 125 million in person. So, yun lang talaga yung concern natin, yung pagdating sa accurate depiction.
May nakikita ba kayong risk doon, attorney, if sa mga susunod na hearings gumamit pa ng mga AI-generated photos para lang magbigay ng context doon sa in-explain prosecution?
I think yung main concern lang talaga namin is kung accurate yung nakikita kasi baka exaggerated yung nakikita, baka o kahit hindi exaggerated, baka naman hindi talaga yun yung itsura ng gustong ipakita. But the witness naman is able to answer. So kahit papaano, no, yung kanina all we wanted was just to register our objection.
Attorney, considering po na mag-submit ng motion or manifestation na ipagbawal na lang.
No, I think we haven't really spoken about it after this, no. So I don't want to foreclose any possibility. But sa ngayon naman, na-note naman yung continuing objection namin doon. I think that's enough for now.
Attorney, without going into the merits, dun sa direct examination kanina kay Acosta, may pagbago dun sa mga sabi na niya sa court?
Well, sa akin, maaga pa kasi. I think may ilang points lang na discuss today. So today it was a lot of confirmation of what she already stated in the House. So baka yun yung nagiging sentiment nyo na wala namang bago. Pero tingnan muna natin kung saan patungo to. Ayoko rin mag-conclude ng anything at this point dahil unang araw pa lang ngayon. Actually, unang salang pa lang ng direct examination. At alam naman natin magpapatuloy pa tomorrow. I have no idea and I don't want to speculate kung ano pa yung mga ibang itatanong ng prosecution. So ngayon, di muna ako magbigay ng categorical statement on that. I think itayin muna natin matapos yung direct examination.
Sir, fatal po ba to the case? Or at least, is it alarming for the defense that, the witness testified na si VP Sara daw po yung natutos na ibigay kay Chika yung...
That will go into the merits, but so I will not discuss that. But sa amin, siguro, all I can say is we anticipated all of this.
Yung decision lang ng court not to immediately tackle the pending motion last week, your thoughts on that, sir?
I don't know what the reason is kasi, Ms. Kat, kung ano yung naging rason behind not tackling it today. But I'm sure we're still expecting to tackle that at some point. At then whatever naman the court decides, the defense will just submit and comply.
Does the defense intend to raise a formal motion to cite any member of the prosecution in contempt?
There's no such thing at this time.
Yan po ang statement ni Atty. Powa sa pumalag siya dyan sa ginawa ni Liguta na AI. Ayun, paninira kay BP Sara. Gagamit na lang sila ng AI para magmukhang malaki yung kasalanan ni BP Sara. Maling-mali talaga yun. Di ba? O heto, Atty. Bato, binanatan itong ginawa ni Erwin Tulfo na sobrang pagkasablay nitong Erwin Tulfo na ito. Ito, panoorin natin at magre-react tayo dito.
Gusto ko lang palagan itong statement ni Senator Erwin Tulfo.
Yan.
Ito po, tama na po ang panloloko sa atin. You can understand Tagalog, you can
Ito yung tinutukoy na si Gina Acosta, nanloko raw si Gina Acosta ayon kay Erwin Tulfo.
speak Tagalog. Well, I think the statement is uncalled for. And it insinuates that nangloko po ang witness na si Gina Acosta. That is very uncalled for.
Correct.
In the first place, hindi po siya nangloko. And we would like to make it clear that she understands English, she understands Filipino or Tagalog, she understands the Visayan dialect or yung tatawag nating Bisaya. Naiintindihan po niyan. So, paano po nangyari itong kaguluhan na ito na may mag-interpret, merong nagre-request na ipa-interpret or tapos tatlong lingwahe ang ginagamit ni Attorney Ligutan? Yun po ang ating pag-usapan. Nag-claim ba si Gina Acosta na hindi siya makaintindi? As far as I could remember, what she said was only that pwede bang haluan ng Bisaya. But para po makita natin ang context, no? At maintindihan po ninyo na
Sablay
hindi ko
talaga si
pinagbabawal po magsalita ng any and other languages po, even in court testimony. English and Filipino, which includes Bisaya. No?
Nahihirapan na yung witness.
Kasi multi-languages man tayo. Iba-iba man ang mga languages all over the Philippines. Even Tagalog, no? That is acceptable. Kaya lang, pag hindi maintindihan, ang ginagawa po is ini-interpret siya. Alright? In fact,
Hindi kasi
ibang
lawyer,
mga bansa,
Bendalo
pag
kasi yung
mag-testify,
nalalaman
let's say, Japanese, kailangan mo lang ng interpreter. Now, in this particular sense, wala pong court interpreter ang Senate and they said that, sige, meron po kaming mga senator judges dito not may interpret. But sabi naman ni ni Escudero is that, meron namang naiintindihan na maliit-liit, no? Pero paano po ba talaga nag-start, no? Talaga bang hindi nakakaintindi si Ma'am Gina Acosta? Panoorin po natin muna ito.
Ayan. Para maintindihan nating lahat.
Qualifier. You may proceed when you're ready.
Madam Witness, mayong buntag.
Mayong buntag, Sap.
Ma'am,
If you'll notice, Attorney Ligutad started by saying, maayong buntag. Meaning to say, good morning. So siya po ang nag-break at nagtanong ng Bisaya.
Correct.
Now, ang ginawa po ng witness, sumagot din ng Bisaya.
Bisaya.
Your Honor, pwede bang magpaduol gamay sa atong mikropono? Can you draw closer to the microphone?
Di ba?
Okay.
Oh, now, when she said na pwede bang magpaduol sa microphone and can you come nearer to the microphone, sabi niya, okay. She understood English. She understood the Visayan. And she answered also in Visayan because
Correct.
that's how Attorney Ligutan started the conversation.
Yes.
Salamat po.
How are you, Madam Witness?
Okay, Jutay.
Okay.
So if you'll notice, she understood English. How are you, Ms. Witness? Okay, Jutay. Now, why did she say Jutay, which is konti? Kasi the person asking her is a Visayan, si Attorney Ligutan from Cebu. So she was just answering the questions propounded on her. But to show you that she really understood at hindi po siya nang loloko, let's hear and watch these other statements.
Jutay, ibig sabihin, I'm a bit fine. Madam Witness, natay tubig, we have water.
The problem with Attorney Ligutan is that siya po ang nagsasalita ng Bisaya at in-interpret kaagad niya. So two questions. He shouldn't have done that. He shouldn't have done that
Dapat
because
isa lang.
pwede naman siya mag-English lang because naiintindihan ng witness. Now, whose fault is that? Pinigilan ba siya ng impeachment court? Hey, you only speak one language because naiintindihan naman. Hindi, no? So, yan, tingnan niyo po. Twice po niya sinabi yun. Bisaya tapos English.
Excuse me, sir.
Opo.
Sir, pwede didilibog na
Okay, Your Honor,
So, ibig sabihin po, sinagot din siya ng Bisaya. Pwede bang hindi malamig daw na tubig? Very dilibog daw, no? In Bisaya, pwede ba, in Tagalog, pwede ba hindi malamig? And now, he again interpreted.
ng witness, sabi po ng witness, pwede bang hindi po malamig yung tubig?
So, you'll notice is that, whose fault is that? The questions propounded by Attorney Ligutan, and then when the witness answered in Bisaya, because he also asked in Bisaya, and now he interprets, no? He interpreted the statements of Ma'am Gina Acosta. Wala mang nagsabi sa kanya na interpret mo. So, whose fault is that, no? Because if he only asked questions in Tagalog or in English, sasagutin siya ng Tagalog. May konting English din. Alright? In fact, if you'll notice, nang nagsalita po si presiding judge, ito po ang sinabi. At Tagalog po ang salita po ni presiding judge. At sumagot din ng Tagalog ang witness. Tingnan niyo po.
Osaa is directed to kindly give her. Ma'am Gina, you prefer warm water? Hindi naman daw po malamig yan, pero baka dahil sa aircon na lang lumamig.
Ano lang po, sir, yung kung merong maligam-gam.
Maligam-gam na lang po. Bakit?
You see, when she was asked the question in Tagalog,
Tagalog.
she answered in Tagalog.
Correct.
So, did she pretend that she doesn't speak or understand Tagalog? Did she pretend that she does not
Sablay si
understand
Tulfo.
English? She did not. So, that statement of Erwin Tulfo was uncalled for.
Correct.
Yung pag biglang high blood niya doon, akala mo kung inano na siya,
Overacting.
galit na galit pa.
Overacting
Halos-
si Tulfo.
Halos parang ano na niya yung transcript. Walang relevance with natatameme lahat. Pati nga si Chis Escudero, hindi nga siya pinatulan, hindi siya pinansin ang kanya motion because he was out of order.
Correct.
He was out of order. Tingnan nyo ha.
Bigyan na lang po
Better
ng
po.
maligam-gam.
Salamat po.
You're welcome, ma'am. You may proceed, Attorney Ligutan.
Salamat, ma'am. May buntag na. Why are you here today if you know?
Na ako diri tungod sa akong sabuena.
Okay.
Nagi
Si Banjin, tinanong siya ng English, sumagot siya ng Bisaya. So, ibig sabihin, she understands English. She understood the question. And she just answered in Bisaya. Is that prohibited under the rules of court? No. The rule is that if the judge would not understand, it will be required to be interpreted. Or if it is plainly that it should be placed in transcript na dapat Tagalog, there must be a court interpreter to do that. Okay, and I think the defense counsel, Attorney Bakel, thought that there must be need for a court interpreter. Kaya later on, nag-request siya ng court interpreter. Kasi yun ang nakasanayan namin sa court. And ang problema, ang Senate Impeachment Court, wala ang court interpreter. Na-assign talaga to interpret. No? But the issue is this, pwede namang hindi. Di ba? Pwede naman siya magsalita ng Tagalog. Kung sinabing, can you speak Tagalog and try to answer in Tagalog, haluan niya ng Bisaya, which she requested. Tingnan niyo po.
Patawag ko diri sa Senado, pizza, August.
With your permission, Attorney Ligutan, kung papahintulutan niyo po, Ms. Gina, pwede po gamitin po ninyo para mas maunawaan ng mas nakararami, Ingles o Pilipino sa pagsagot?
Your Honor, pwede po haluan ng Bisaya, Your Honor.
So, ibig sabihin, haluan ng Bisaya. Hindi niya sinabi po, pure Bisaya. Ibig sabihin, is it possible that she could speak in English or testify in English, testify in Tagalog na may halong Bisaya or Visayan dialect? Yun lang ang request niya. Was it denied? Was it denied? Tingnan niyo po ang sagot.
Sige po, basta ma-translate ni Attorney Ligutan with the...
Sige po, basta ma-translate. It was allowed. Anong problema ni Senator Erwin Tulfo dito?
Wala,
Is he
paipal.
grandstanding
Overacting.
again to show that
Grandstanding.
may point siya na hindi naiintindihan ng lahat? Wala naman nagreklamo. Siya nga, alam niya ang magsalita ng Bisaya, mga Tulfo eh.
Correct.
Makaintindihan pala sila ng Bisaya.
Overacting lang siya.
So, ang hindi ko maintindihan, para namang masyadong unfair and uncalled for yung kanyang statement against Ma'am Gina Acosta. Patuloy po natin.
Without any objection from the respondent, yung ibang mga kataga o salita
Your Honor.
na gagamitin ninyo.
Your
Yes.
Honor, may we request an interpreter from this honorable court if this honorable court would allow?
You see, that is the basic thing that we would request as lawyers in ordinary litigations in our regular courts. Where is the interpreter? Kung pwedeng mag-interpret lang ng konti. Okay? Kasi, and it was expected na sana ang impeachment court, sige, meron kaming interpreter dito, supposing na kailangan mag-translate. Spoke in Tagalog, ginamit ni Erwin Tulfo. Pinagloloko tayo dito. Ano pinagloloko dito? There is none. Then maglabas lang sa bibig niya na gano'n, na pinagloloko tayo dito. That's wrong. And coming from a senator judge, no, we make that kind of statement only shows your stand already.
Correct.
You have become
Halata si Tulfo
a person
na bias na siya dito.
that would not want the witness to testify.
So, yan ha, hindi ko natatapusin ha. Pero, alam nyo ang punto ni Atty. Bato. The point niya is, overacting itong si Erwin Tulfo, halata na bias na siya. Okay? Hindi niya fail yung witness. Insecure. Ewan ko lang kay Erwin Tulfo. Basta sablay si Tulfo. Yun lang ang point niya. Okay, ito naman. Si Attorney Congressman Jing Paras. Attorney naman si Jing Paras eh. Sumagot na siya dito sa issue na ibinabato sa kanya kay Matibag. Okay, ito po. Panoorin po natin ito. Play.
Si alias Ken ba, did he ever offered you girls?
Yeah.
Oh.
Nag-offer.
Wait, so it's correct to say na bugaw siya talaga?
Bugaw siya, dito lang sa text message eh.
You have text?
Yeah.
Oh.
Yung sinasabi nilang dahil daw sa text, I was the one framing up, hindi po totoo yan.
Yan.
Because that was a claim of Attorney
It's the
Raymond
other way
Palan.
around.
Yan
Ganito
ang ano
nangyari.
niya.
So he went to my house.
Sorry.
Kasi naalala ko, he came to my house at sinabi ko sa kanya, "Are, naalala mo ba yung sinabi mo last time?" "Oo, totoo yan ko. Gusto ko ngang sabihin sana sa publiko yung mga ginagawa niya." Sabi ko, "Are you sure?" There were 2 other visitors I had naririnig siya. Tapos sabi niya, "Totoo yan kung in fact yung mga girls na binigay ko, I can even gather them."
Oh.
Sabi niya, I gather them at papasalitain ko. Pero sabi niya, paano yung bayad niyan? Doon lang galing.
So the motive is still money. Okay.
So, paano yung bayad niyan? Sabi ko, Lito, wag na muna natin pag-usapan yung pera. Hindi mo pa nga nalatag yung sinasabi mo. Kailangan mapakita ko yan sa mga abogado.
Correct.
That's why the lawyer has to play a role here. Because, syempre, interviewin nila yung sinasabi niyang Sabi ko, sige, kausapin mo yung
The lawyers being si Attorney Rondain and Attorney...
Yes.
By
No,
the-
si Rondain kasi, siya ang tinawagan ko because he's one of my best friends. Classmate ko sa UP College of Law. That's where, kasi sometimes pag nagko-consult ako, siya ang tinatawagan ko because he has a law office. So, pero at the time, hindi ko pa naisip yun kasi although I needed a lawyer, pero birth pa lang ito nung usapan namin na kakausapin niya yung mga babae na binibigay niya doon sa top official na yan if they were willing to tell their stories. So, after 1 week, napakabilis. Sabi niya, nag-gather ko na yung mga girls, ganyan-ganyan. So, hindi na ako tinitigilan, pare.
So your first meeting was July 8? Diba?
Oh,
No, our meeting was May
Matibag.
pa. May 12. May 17. Nag-usap kami May 12, May 17, hanggang May, June, tawag siya ng tawag. Kasi I had a hard time setting the lawyer kasi busy eh.
Oo.
He keeps on prodding me na, ito, nandito lahat sa text message yung conversation namin. I was even in Macau, tumawag siya. Sabi ko, Lito, nasa Macau ako. Sabi, kailan balik mo ko? Ganyan. Tapos, in one time, may press con ako, tawag siya. So, halos everyday tumatawag.
Pero biyudo ka na, Kong Jing.
Yes.
Biyudo ka na?
Yes.
Okay.
So, available na siya yung...
no. I'm just asking kasi I asked a question kanina na baka nakasagasa ako ng ibang tao. Kaya I had to ask, I also remember na biyudo na nga.
So, ganito yung ano dyan. Sila talaga ang nagsabi, kasi mahirap mag-create ng story against somebody, the details. The details were all coming from the girls na dinala niya doon sa meeting namin.
Ilang babae ito?
4 nung una, it took 2 months eh. Kasi hindi available si Attorney Rondain, but may binibigay siyang lawyer. Nagkataon lang nga ito na mayroon silang inuman. Sabi niya, classmate, ito na yung pagkakataon. Nandito kami ni Attorney Minjola. Dalhin mo dito yung...
Si Orly Mindiola.
Kasi kung may plano pa, hindi. Kung mayroon pa kaming motive, dapat noon pa, bilis-bilis. Pero it took time because walang time si Attorney Rondain to give me a lawyer.
Ang sabi kasi ni Manong Jing kanina, gustong magkwento sila Ken at yung mga babae in exchange for money.
Yes.
And how much money was involved here?
Well, ang una niya...
Wala ka namang komisyon doon, ha?
Ang una niyang sinabi, sabi niya, kailangan namin pera dyan, Kong, kasi baka mamaya, pag nag-execute na kami ng affidavit, baka mataas na tao ito, baka tambangan kami, kung ano-ano. Kung magtago kami, kailangan namin ng mga pera. Sabi ko, Lito, let's not talk about money. Tapos naisip niya,
So what were you talking about? National interest?
well, I was talking about national interest because here comes a top official. Mayroon pala siyang tinatagong allegedly, kasi hindi pa naman namin na-quiz yung thoroughly yung mga babae dahil ini-interview pa sila.
Question lang. Assuming magkwento sila, what is the plan? To personally entrap the high official? Or
No.
Magkikwento lang sila, i-affidavit?
Pakulo ni Matibag lang na.
Matibag?
Melvin, NBI director.
Pakulo lang niya yung honey trap. Alam, can you imagine, ikaw, top official kayo. Tapos,
Kami pati
kukuha kami
lulubo.
ng babae, tapos ipapain namin sa inyo. Would you think that is a feasible, It's so,
Pero kung
Ito ang side, full side ni dating Congressman Jing Paras. Okay? So, narinig naman natin lahat. So, kayo mga audience na nakikinig ngayon, libre kayong mag-comment, mag-react sa narinig nyo, no? At basahin natin yan sa comment section yung mga comments ninyo. Okay? Like and share sa mga nanonood. Like and share ha. Sa mga hindi pa nakasubscribe, subscribe na po kayo.